So guys, there is something we all have in common. We all struggle with anatomy. But when you're someone that started drawing and want to fix your anatomy, then this is the video for you, because this is the basic tutorial how we can get the basic anatomy right. But enough talking, let's start drawing. First we have to imagine it just like a puzzle. That means we have small pieces and we have to put them together to get the entire picture in place. And I think you can tell I always hated puzzles. But anyways, let's move on, because I actually love doing anatomy. Because we just need some basic understanding of forms like circles, triangles and squares. And when we got them, we can do any kind of character and or any kind of pose. We just need to make one line and that's it. And now we can imagine the structure and how we want to make the pose. For example, I did a random Michael Jackson type of pose. I don't even know. It's just a rough sketch, an example. Of course, you don't have to make some Michael Jackson kind of poses. You can do them however you like. So let's move on to the basics. So what do we need in fact? We need the circle for the head, then some cylinders for the limbs and arms. Then we need some circles for our shoulders. And of course, we need a triangle for our chest. And now we just have to draw them in the right proportions and positions, add some nice weapons. And when we nail down the basics, you can see there are just some shapes we have to master. But the really hard part about this, we have to make it 3D, that means three-dimensional. But of course don't overdo it, because a big mistake people make is they make it kind of too three-dimensional. And this is way too complicated, and we want to make a human, not a Transformers or something like that.
I am Optimus Prime.
Let's get back to the basics. We just need the basic human anatomy. That means just the arms, limbs, everything. You can imagine it right there. Props to my biology teacher at this point. But the anatomy and the proportions change based on your positioning. That means when you're doing a manga, for example, then the anatomy and the proportions will depend on the positioning and the perspective of your character. But this is a topic for manga art and wouldn't be beneficial for a basic tutorial, so I won't go further in it. So when you want a tutorial about that, we can speak about it in the comments. But anyways, let's move on to the normal one. It's very helpful for mangas, trust me. And when you need a quick worksheet, here I got one for you. You can simply make a screenshot or do anything you like, and you can try it and get the practice, of course. Because after all, we can speak about how much we want, but now you got the basics, so what you waiting for? Right, go and do the practice. For example, I practice with my own mangas, and you can make the character look even better. So don't limit yourself, go grab a pen and start the practice. And when you want to support the channel, visit my website, links in bio. There can you find my supplies, my equipment, or maybe even support me on my Patreon account. That means maybe you want some artwork designed from me for you, or my own manga that's coming soon, maybe in some years, or some fresh new keychains or anything else to support this channel and support me. It's up to you, so how you prefer it and like it. And when you like this video, in fact, leave me a feedback, a comment, subscribe, like this video, would mean the world to me, really. I try to put everything in these videos that I can, and with that said, peace!